अस्सलाम वालेकुम, वेलकम टू टेक द लीड। मैं हूँ आयशा खालिद और आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं तैयबा निसार। तैयबा, बहुत शुक्रिया हमें ज्वाइन करने के लिए।
थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी।
तैयबा, इट्स एन ऑनर टू हैव यू ऑनेस्टली। और मुझे ज़्यादा शौक आपको बुलाने का इसलिए भी था कि मैंने तो करियर से ब्रेक ले लिया। आई एम नॉट वर्किंग एनी मोर ऑन स्क्रीन एंड आई वांट टू नो what's going on screen with the news anchors these days.
Okay, honestly, I think it's the same. Maybe a little more lenient, I'm not sure. But in my organization, it's been very interesting experience for me because the difference that I faced as a person who started off with debates and MUNs, I was an ardent debater, a parliamentary debater, that is.
Same here.
And really, that's great. So people really confuse British parliamentary debates with the other debates and MUNs with the normal, with declamations.
Okay.
मगर मेरी जर्नी वहाँ से शुरू हुई थी और लोगों के सामने बोलना था एंड देन सडनली मैं अपना ऑडिशन की बताती हूँ. I went into a studio and I was talking to a camera.
Okay.
That was so confusing for me. That interesting था बहुत ज़्यादा. I was talking into a camera. जैसे वो red light शुरू हुई, I realized that people aren't watching me, but people are watching me. Because पीछे there is this master control room. सारे आपको देख रहे होते हैं और कभी-कभी अभी ये होता है.
Oh my God, I cannot forget the feeling the very first time. Obviously, when you would always remember the very first time you were on it.
Yes. Okay, so my first time went absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good that people actually came. My boss appreciated me. He said that the first time people usually fumble a lot, but you did not make one single fumble.
Okay.
और उसके second bulletin में मेरे fumbles हो
मैं
गए.
तो fumble करती थी.
Second bulletin हो गए.
मेरा तो audition भी ऐसे हुआ था. It's so funny where finally I was accepted as well. कि मैं वहाँ पे जब गई हूँ तो I went with the bare face and I had a lot of acne and scars and which was like some of them are still there. And
I can't see many.
No, I carry them very beautifully now.
Oh,
I carry them with
great.
very pride. So when I went there, I went with the bare face and उन्होंने देखा, उन्होंने मेरी CV देखी, मेरे कॉन्फिडेंस से वो इम्प्रेस थे, मेरी कॉन्वर्सेशन से शायद उनको कुछ समझ आ रहा था, लेकिन ही वॉज नॉट रियली श्योर. सो ही सेड कि ओके मेकअप करा के देखते हैं. मैं बहुत हसीन लगती हूँ मेकअप के साथ.
I know, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sitting right beside her.
So honestly speaking, when I sat in front of the camera with makeup, he didn't even ask me to read anything. The camera just turned on my face and they said, okay, आप सीट से उठ जाए.
Actually, that's a great thing, but also I want to mention over here, they have this issue with also screen appearance. Yeah. So my the contesting opinion that I have is that face should not be the only reason for being an anchor. Your brain, the way you talk.
I used to think whenever there would come a girl who's very pretty and I would say, look, इतनी हसीन है लड़की यार, इसको आप एंकर बना सकते हैं, इससे आप खबर पढ़ा सकते हैं. But I realized that was never the case.
Exactly.
एक एंकर होना एक पूरा पैकेज है.
Exactly.
That face comes like really somewhere secondary part of that process. जिसमें आपकी पहले obviously you have to have a personality, you have to have knowledge. आपके पास obviously aptitude learning आपका है कि नहीं है, फिर आपका बोलना, आपका तलफ़्फ़ुज़, आपकी communication skills, confidence,
pronunciation,
and
the
to
way
be
you deliver.
present with all your senses in the moment when you're on it.
Oh my God, yes, because when you're not present with all your senses, you make fumbles and really, really funny situations happen as well. For instance, and some other footage would be playing and sometimes there are glitches, there are technical
and they would
glitches
ask,
and you have to
why
cover
couldn't you notice? You're the only person.
Exactly.
Why couldn't you see?
So being an anchor is literally being an all-rounder. You have to know about literally, for instance, my forte is security, international relations, human security aspect. And I have to know about economy. I don't like economy, but I have to know about economy. So I have to study about it. I have to try and learn and put an effort because कभी भी FATF की news आ जाएगी, IMF की news आ जाएगी.
बहुत अच्छा है. मैंने कुश्तियों के मैच भी कमेंट्री की.
Exactly. और हम लोगों को लगता है परफेक्ट है, हमें तो बहुत आता है.
कि दो पहलवान लड़ेंगे and I'm supposed to do commentary on that.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
But it's a lot of fun as well, and it tests your extempore ability as well. And I think anchor होने के अंदर ये बहुत होता है कि आपको उसी टाइम के ऊपर on the spot बोलना होता है.
Exactly.
So it's not just about reading the news because there are a lot of breaking news as well. So I think that's something people should account for as well.
Yeah. Okay, तैयबा, हमारे यहाँ एक जनरल परसेप्शन ये है कि ख़वातीन की दोस्ती नहीं होती आपस में. They don't support each other. Thankfully, wherever I have worked so far, I have had great friendship with my female colleagues and my co-anchors. So how's it been with you, like from the start of your career until now?
Okay, so interestingly, my organization does not have a lot of females in my shift. दूसरी shifts में है, मेरी shift में इतनी नहीं है. जिनके साथ मैंने काम किया मिक्स्ड एक्सपीरियंस, आई थिंक मिक्स्ड ही होते हैं. जो मुझे जर्नलिज्म की, व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड एंटरिंग द वैरायटी ऑफ वुमेन, मीटिंग देम इन जर्नलिस्ट सर्कल्स एंड डिफरेंट इवेंट्स एज वेल, वहाँ आई बिल्ट दिस camaraderie. एंड वहाँ मुझे लगा कि ये हम लोग आपस में जो इतनी पॉजिटिवली एक वुमेन जर्नलिस्ट के चैलेंजेस को हाईलाइट करना चाह रहे हैं, वो एक सर्कल बड़ा मुझे स्ट्रॉन्ग और मजे का लगा.
You feel so connected and strong
Exactly.
with them, right?
You feel like somebody understands your pain because you have been through so much. I have been in this field for the past 3.54 years, but even in this little period of time, I have faced a lot of issues that I cannot communicate with my male bosses. Interestingly, एक हमारी जो secretary information है, Miss Shahira Shahid, I would really appreciate her because उन्होंने मुझे एक, I was moderating an event, so she really appreciated me and liked me. तो उन्होंने मुझे एक अवार्ड भी दिया था Women's Day के ऊपर. उसके बाद उन्होंने मुझे बुलाया अपने पास. मैं नहीं गई काफ़ी टाइम बाद बिकॉज आई अवॉइड गोइंग टू सीनियर्स, ताकि लोगों को ये ना लगे कि मैं अपने मेरिट पे नहीं बढ़ रही बट किसी के रेफरेंस पे बढ़ रही हूँ.
How much we judge ourselves, you know?
Exactly, we have to be so careful. तो मैं तो सीनियर्स के पास बहुत कम जाती थी, मगर एक दिन आई डिसाइडेड टू गो टू हर एंड मेरे साथ 2-3 इंसिडेंट्स हुए हैं हरासमेंट वगैरह के. तो उनको बस बताते बताते मैं रोना शुरू हो गई. उनको बताना नहीं था, बट बात ऐसी शुरू हुई कि शी वाज सो कंफर्टिंग. हैविंग अ फीमेल बॉस वाज सच अ डिलाइट फॉर मी कि मैं एकदम से आई स्टार्ट क्राइंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ हर, एंड आई यूजुअली डोंट क्राई इन पब्लिक. आई स्टार्ट क्राइंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ हर एंड शी सेड कि बेटा आपको तो बहुत सारा फेस करना पड़ा है. एंड आई डिडंट रियलाइज कि मुझे फेस करना पड़ा है बिकॉज देयर वर सो मेनी थिंग्स व्हिच आई डिड नॉट कंसीडर एज harassment at all.
Sometimes we just ignore, you know, all the traumas. We just pile it up inside because we in that moment we did not have the capacity to counter it.
Exactly.
So we just pile it up inside somewhere in our subconscious and everything. We forget it, but it's never that. You don't forget it
exactly
that easily.
So I think
it definitely comes out whenever you are in your comfort zone, when you're sitting in front of someone who can relate to you, you know, problem,
or be understanding enough
exactly
to show empathy, not sympathy.
Coming
but
to this कि शहीरा एक female boss थी, आपको लगता है कि हमारे पास अगर डिसीजन मेकर्स में डायरेक्टर लेवल पे ख़वातीन बॉस हों और वो हमारे इश्यूज़ को ज़्यादा बेहतर समझ सकती हैं और इवन कि हमारे इश्यूज़ को नहीं भी समझती, व्हाई डोंट वी हैव फीमेल बॉसेस इवन?
दैट्स समथिंग सो अनफॉर्चुनेट. 2022 आ गया आयशा. 1947 के अंदर पाकिस्तान बना था, वो सफरगेट मूवमेंट वगैरह, मगर इस्लाम तो हम लोगों को पता नहीं कब से 600 AD से राइट्स दे रहा है, मगर अभी तक हम लोगों के अंदर ये सेंस नहीं आया कि फीमेल बॉसेस आर वेरी नेसेसरी. और 50% population, तकरीबन 49% according to the statistics, but almost 50% of the population is women. So we need more women in the leadership positions. And I'm a huge liberal feminist. Intersectionality में भी बहुत believe करती हूँ, liberal feminism पे भी बहुत believe करती हूँ. And अगर आपके पास एक higher up के अंदर एक इंटेलिजेंट रेफरेंस और उस पे नहीं, क्योंकि सिफारिश के ऊपर भी बहुत सी ख़वातीन अनफॉर्चुनेटली ख़वातीन आती हैं, मगर जो वाकई में एक सोच ऐसी रखती हैं, प्रोग्रेसिव सोच रखती हैं. और अगेन बैक टू योर अर्लियर क्वेश्चन एज वेल कि फीमेल बॉन्ड होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. वुमेन कैन नॉट, दे शुड नॉट बी कंपेटिटिव विद वन अनदर. वी आर ऑल इन दिस टुगेदर. तो आप number
because
one,
I believe that is also the role of generalized misogyny, that it has played us, you know, that way that we feel very insecure of each other now. We don't realize this is not me who is against you. There is someone pitting me against you without even realizing that what is the motivator behind it.
Exactly.
It will, trust me, it would always end up being कि ये तो यार अच्छा ये बंदा जो है उसने कोई बात की है और वो बात किस तरह से आगे बढ़ी है.
और अगर बात भी नहीं की तो वो एक norms जो set
उसको छुट्टी मिल गई है, उसको छुट्टी दी किसने?
Exactly.
Who is the person who is playing with you?
बिल्कुल.
तो बजाय इसके कि हम उस कॉज को एड्रेस करें, हम उस बंदी के साथ जो कि खुद एक टारगेट मोड पे होती है उसको कसूरवार समझते हैं.
Exactly.
अच्छा एक और let me just reveal it this to our viewers as well that your sister is also in media.
Yes.
I don't know who I like more, by the way, now. Because
no,
really,
I like her more, so I think
I really like Anika so
I'm
much.
Huge my sister proponent.
So how does it feel like being in media and having I know she's very sweet, she's very supportive, but are you like
a big support?
Do you both have like similar personalities or on your persona, or is it different?
So we have similar and dissimilar personalities. बहुत मज़े का हम लोगों का combination है. She is a person, I would say, if I were somebody who wanted to vote for someone in a leadership position, अगर वो politics में आने का सोच रही हैं, I hope you come in politics, by the way. So if she ever does, I'll be the first one who would campaign for her and vote for her, because I feel like she is the sort of person who can lead very well. She's a great leader. I'm a great mediator. So that's the difference. Mediators can be leaders as well, and leaders can be mediators as well. But if we have qualities, we can work with one another very well. So she has been a great support for me. She was actually the one who pushed me. मैंने नहीं आना था broadcast media में. मैं तो written में जाना था. I wanted to. I got into Express Tribune as well. मैं Karachi shift होना था, but I decided not to go to Karachi. And
well, good for us that she pushed you.
Yeah, she pushed me into broadcast media. And she's the one who supported me, but मैंने किसी को फिर भी नहीं बताया. Half of my organization did not know that I was her sister, because she, even though she kept telling me that you should go into it, I gave the audition and everything. I wanted to come on merit. I did not want to be known for my sister. I love her. I love my father, but I did not want to be known by my family. I wanted to have my own identity. Interestingly, abhi kuch dino pehle National Assembly mein I was covering this event of Interparliamentary Union, and my sister was there as well. So when we met a few ministers, so they were like, "Oh, you're both sisters? She's great and you're great too." So we both have this separate identity, and then we have this similar identity, which I love something about us as well.
Emits positivity so much. I have not really literally met her, but I've had my conversations with her over, sometime on Twitter or in person sometimes. But she's a sweetheart.
She's a strong person. She's very strong. I don't think I can be as strong as her.
And I had to
very
push
sensitive
you for getting married as well, by the way.
I'm sorry?
She was to get married as
okay,
well.
Okay, let's not talk about that. Because she has, and I'm trying to avoid that question all the time. जब भी होता है मैं अपने room में चली जाती हूँ, मैं कहती हूँ, oh, I have to go in my room, I have to get some work done, और फिर मैं जाके videos देखती हूँ कभी-कभी, just wasting my time, But she's right about it as well, because marriage is a reality, but it can also, I can also change realities, right?
How do you see at it, like at the age of whatever you're doing right now, that okay, I have this career and I've got, further plans that maybe you want to study further. Do you think that marriage sometimes hinders your, plans, or it can add something, some positivity, or it can really build your life?
I'm a very wrong person because I'm not married. But
But how do you see it? If if for instance you think okay, I'm going to get married. How do you see it? Adding your,
It's scary, Aisha.
It is scary?
It is so scary.
It is really scary when you're not
की बात आई.
No, it is scary. Because for me, it used to be like, okay, this person is going to be around like for 24/7 in my life. Am I really going to allow someone, this presence?
Personal space. मैं तो इतनी introvert. अच्छा, I call myself an ambivert because when I'm in professional atmosphere, I talk a lot. But when I'm in personal atmosphere, I'm so socially awkward. मुझे नहीं समझ आती मैं दूसरे से क्या बात करूँ. Honestly,
you need your time to be with yourself.
Exactly. But I feel like maybe it's the other person. अगर team अच्छी है तो why not get married at 20? अगर आपको कोई अच्छा मिल जाता, why not?
It depends on the person.
But I'm not the sort of person who's going to take a tray of tea and everything. And my parents,
never do that.
My parents are also very, very supportive in this sense as well.
I think it's very humiliating, and we need to shut the practice now. Even if it is going on right now. ये अब मज़ीद नहीं होना चाहिए किसी भी लड़की के साथ. इसके अलावा तैयबा और कोई बात जो हमारे व्यूअर्स को आप बताना चाहें, बिकॉज आई नो कि इंग्लिश जर्नलिज्म का एक्सपोजर हमारे मुल्क में कुछ कम है. इसकी एक बहुत बड़ी वजह यह है कि हमारी obviously हमारी बहुत सारी आबादी जो है वो उर्दू को ज़्यादा अंडरस्टैंड करती है. But you are doing fabulous job.
Thank you. That's
so
so kind of you.
Has it ever occurred to you कि maybe I should have joined Urdu journalism? Maybe English journalism is not giving me that much exposure in my own country.
Never. I always wanted to be, I feel it's very important for a person to know their strengths and weaknesses. I know my strength is English. I know I'm able to better understand, communicate, and also build my thoughts in English.
आप वो वाला काम क्यों नहीं करती जो बहुत सारे एंकर्स कहते हैं कि मैं सब कर सकता हूँ.
अच्छा, मैं इसके बहुत against हूँ आयशा, क्योंकि मुझे
Thank God you are against it and you understand कि आप ये नहीं कर सकते हैं.
सब नहीं हो सकता. आप ड्रामा में भी काम कर रहे हैं और साथ एंकर भी हैं. Literally there are people.
टिकटॉकर भी हैं फिर आप इन्फ्लुएंसर भी हैं फिर.
नहीं हो सकता. मैं फॉर इंस्टेंस बहुत बड़ी एडवोकेट हूँ कि मुझे एक सिक्योरिटी, नेशनल सिक्योरिटी, इंटरनेशनल सिक्योरिटी, ह्यूमन सिक्योरिटी का जर्नलिस्ट बनना है. मुझे इकोनॉमी का जर्नलिस्ट नहीं बनना, मुझे बिजनेस का जर्नलिस्ट नहीं बनना. आई नो माई बीट. आई वॉन्ट टू कंटिन्यू विद दैट. आगे जाके हाँ, political issues are interesting as well, but I do want to know what I'm good at, and I want to know my strengths, and I want to know them right now. बनाओ
And
ताकि
once
जब
you
मेरा
know
करियर
them,
बहुत
you
ज़्यादा हो
obviously
जाए
build them rather than going over all the places.
हाँ.
You know your strengths and you'll build on them.
इंशाल्लाह.
मतलब मुझे भी पता है कि बहुत सारी ऑफर्स आती हैं, आप मॉडलिंग क्यों नहीं करती हैं, आप ये क्यों नहीं करती हैं.
जब आप एंकर होते हो तो ना आपको मॉडलिंग और एक्टिंग की बड़ी ऑफर्स आती हैं. एग्जैक्टली.
और
पैसा इतना
मैं
ज़्यादा
तो
दे रहे
खैर
होते हैं.
सोचती भी थी ना कभी किसी बारे में कि यार चलो ये शायद आसान काम है, बट मुझे अपनी अम्मी से इतना डर लगता था. really मैं हिम्मत ही नहीं थी कभी. मैंने कहा वो तो कहती है इतनी दूर तुम्हें भेज दिया, काम करेंगी और क्या चाहिए तुम्हें.
And I'm so glad your parents, sent you all the way to another city.
Now I'm married, I don't have kids, but trust me, if my sister, asked me that मुझे जाना है दूसरे शहर और काम करना है, I don't have that courage in me to let her go on to another city, because what I have gone through, I know, okay, I went through that. However, whatever strength I had in me, but I wouldn't want that on my
I understand.
In my sister.
I understand. अच्छा, my sister
So
is the
it's
same.
really
She's always
weird
protective.
कि मैं उस टाइम पे अपने लिए तो लड़ लिया था मैंने, but अब मुझसे अगर ये काम कल को कोई कराए तो पता नहीं मैं इजाज़त दे सकूं या नहीं. But yeah, that was really brave of my parents.
मज़े की बात ये कि बहनें और parents, they want to protect you.
Yeah.
But sometimes what happens is कि आपको अपने experience खुद build करने हैं.
Exactly.
क्योंकि आप bookish knowledge या theoretical knowledge से सीख
कोई भी
नहीं
नहीं कर
सकते.
सकता.
Street smart होना
आपको
बहुत
जितना भी
ज़रूरी है.
तैयार करके हम कहें उसको मैं अगर अभी तो खैर none of them is working in media, but I know कि मैंने उनको ज़िंदगी में जो भी lessons कभी दिए हैं मुझे पता था कि जब वो खुद उस चीज़ से गुजरेंगे तो ही उनको समझ आएगा. उससे पहले नहीं होता. So
क्योंकि हर किसी का experience भी different होता है ना.
Exactly, different होता है. और मीडिया में you know how the things change,
Like that.
Exactly.
Like
You
that.
cannot prepare anyone for those things.
Exactly.
कि पहले से आप समझा के भेजो और उस दिन वो सिनेरियो होगा, कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होता.
Exactly. बिल्कुल.
You would just go all prepared for something else, and there would be another scenario.
They might be able to tweak that knowledge a bit, so it's
Yeah.
always nice to give advice.
Yeah.
मगर at the end फिर इंसान खुद कैसे सीखता है,
Exactly.
कितना सीखता है. And I feel like every individual has to learn through different processes. अगर अच्छा, since I'm also a bit religious, moderately religious, तो मेरा एक तो ये भी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग बिलीव है कि अल्लाह ताला हर किसी को डिफरेंट स्ट्रेंथ देता है. तो अगर फॉर इंस्टेंस मुझे किसी चीज़ की स्ट्रेंथ दी है तो मैं वो फेस कर सकती हूँ.
Exactly.
वो चैलेंज में फेस कर सकती हूँ. किसी को नहीं दी वो स्ट्रेंथ, वो चैलेंज नहीं फेस कर सकेगा. So it's also about the universe building a life that you want, you manifesting it as well and working hard for it.
Instill them in the values you believe in. That's what I believe, because मैं बहुत छोटी-छोटी चीज़ें उनको समझा देती थी कि कभी ये नहीं करना, वो नहीं करना. Like कभी किसी के बारे में बात नहीं करनी है, कभी never obviously be dishonest about your work within whatever capacity you're working. और बस मेरा ख्याल है ये वाली बातें अगर सीधी समझ में आ जाए तो आप मीडिया में क्या आप किसी भी फील्ड में काम कर रहे हैं तो you'll be fine.
But media is a very technical field. Aisha, I'm sure you must know this a lot more than me, because लोग पीछे जाके बातें बहुत करते हैं.
I know.
और उससे बचना is very
I
important.
know.
तो बेस्ट ये जो
मेरे बारे में जो बात कहीं पे हुई होगी ना वो सब पहुंच जाएगी.
हाँ.
The thing I learned first, I guess, when I reached in Geo, after wasting my I don't want to say wasting. Okay, fine. I was working for 2 hours somewhere, 2 years for somewhere else. This was a very useful advice I was giving. That never talk about any other person.
Exactly.
If you have any issue with the person, maybe you can just go straight to the person and ask him or her that, I heard this from someone that you said this about me. Is it something you should discuss? Or you have any issue?
Yes.
But do not answer that to the other person rather than. तो
It's
मुझे
very
इसका
tricky.
बहुत फ़ायदा ये हुआ कि मेरे करियर में I guess कुछ जो थोड़ी बहुत मैंने रिप्यूट हासिल की वो इसका बहुत फ़ायदा हुआ.
Yes, because I also have heard about your reputation, which is a very, very good reputation, and which is why I think our vibes connected as well. So I think that's really, really important. But definitely, एक तो media में challenges, it's not just about the perception people have of you at the back, but it's also countering harassment, countering challenges of being a woman.
It's a duty when you are in a privileged position. Look, I couldn't talk about harassment when I started my career.
Same.
I suffered a lot for 2 years. I kept silent. Even I was pushed. I had like numerous incidents to court, but I never talked about them because I had no
scared. Yeah, you're scared कि
आपको खुद को समझ नहीं आ रही है आपकी नौकरी चलेगी आपकी पढ़ाई कैसे होगी आप अपनी फीस कैसे देंगे you have your responsibilities over your shoulders मैं तो अपने घर पे बड़ी भी थी सबसे
फिर डर भी लगता है थोड़ा कि they're your seniors as well
और ऐसे लोग जो आपको harass करते हैं उनका बहुत बड़ा नेटवर्क होता है they don't do it without any support obviously they know कि हम इस लड़की को छेड़ सकते हैं तंग कर सकते हैं because obviously हमारा कोई कुछ बिगाड़ नहीं सकता है but when I had the privilege of working in Geo studio and you know in a very supportive environment and I
Exactly.
knew okay अब तो मैं ऐसी की तैसी बजा सकती हूँ
That's
तो अब
important.
मुझे सामने कोई भी केस आता था I would just take a stand you know straight away मुझे याद है कि मेरी दोस्त नबीहा उसके साथ हुआ था 92 में
Oh.
I discuss it very openly सारी दुनिया को पता है and I heard from the other anchors that they are going you know they are going to send you a legal notice
So what?
and
Bring
I
it on.
said okay send it my way I'll deal with that
Hey, that's
because
the
I
energy.
knew that you guys did something wrong and I'm very sure that I will prove it otherwise even if it will take a long battle for me but I would do it and I would end it for you
Good.
yeah
Excellent.
but they never sent me any notice
वो
because
डर
they
गए
were
होंगे
wrong
ना,
yeah
because you
और उसके बाद से हालात
stand.
वहाँ बेहतर हो गए so I really believe that when Allah has you know blessed you with a privilege in terms of position or something use it for other people
Yes, yes, and I do believe in that as well. For instance, in similar case, शुरू के 1-2 साल
Yeah.
मुझे डर लगता था बात करने से कि they were so well connected in the community. I wanted to be networking with in the future or work
Yeah.
with in the future.
Yeah.
So I had to hold
I
that thought
know
back.
I completely understand
But
this.
then I realized that I have to very very not soon because I do believe that slow growth is sure
Yeah.
growth. एकदम से जल्दी famous हो जाते हैं या
Yeah.
जल्दी success reach करना है तो फिर
Yeah.
आपके अंदर hubris भी आ जाता है and I don't I believe in humility a lot. तो मैंने सोचा था I will reach a good position. I will inshallah be at a position where I can help others as well.
Yeah.
ताकि उनको ना सोचना पड़े कि ये मेरा कुछ बिगाड़ देगा.
I'm so proud of you to listen कि हमारे पास अभी भी लोग ऐसे काम कर रहे हैं जो इस पोजीशन पे आ जाते हैं और ऐसी बातें करते हैं Thank you so much for coming Tayyaba
Thank you so much for
It
having
was really
me.
nice meeting you and having you
Likewise.
on my podcast and I would thank my viewers as well आपसे दोबारा मुलाकात होगी नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा अल्लाह हाफिज़